It's no secret that becoming a digital nomad is becoming more and more popular. And some of the places that we love, like Koh Phangan in Thailand, are getting a little bit expensive. So you kind of have to search for the new and upcoming hubs. And in this video, we've come up with a list of the top 5 destinations for you to go and live in as a digital nomad. And every single one of these you can do for under $1,000 a month. The first place that I'm going to talk about today is Da Nang in Vietnam. This was such a fun city to live in. We stayed there for almost a month, and it kind of reminded Abby and I of the Sunshine Coast because you have a long stretch of beach with lots of activities happening all day, every day, surfing, beach volleyball, people dancing on the street and doing choreographed dancing, which was really cool to see. It is a really, really good city to live in. The cost of living in Da Nang is extremely cheap, and actually you can live there for under $500 a month as a single person. You can obviously go a little bit higher to $1,000 a month or even beyond, and you'll have an extremely luxurious lifestyle, there's no doubt. We stayed in an awesome apartment with a pool on the rooftop, with a gym as well, and it only cost us about $600 for the month. You can expect to be paying for a 1 bedroom anywhere between $300 to $500 per month in the city centre. For food, you can expect to pay $2 to $4 per meal, and for street food, $1 to $2 per meal. So it's extremely affordable. The co-working spaces, there are a few options, and you can pay about $50 to $100 per month. The internet speed is also really, really good in Vietnam, and especially in Da Nang. Transportation is super easy. You can hire a scooter for about $6 a day, maybe even less. Then to get around with a taxi or a Grab is only going to cost you about $1 to $3 per trip. The digital nomad community is growing really fast here, and you'll be able to find activities to do all the time and meet people, like-minded people to hang out with. Some of the pros of Da Nang, that it's super easy to get food. Food delivery is so fast and affordable. There's also surf in Da Nang, which is a real highlight for me. I thought that was really awesome. And the only kind of drawbacks from this place are the gyms are probably not as good as some of the other places like Bali or Thailand. And you'll also find that the co-working spaces aren't as great as those places that I just mentioned as well. But this is because it is an upcoming digital nomad hub. So as time goes on, you'll get those very quickly. So if you're still watching, I hope it's because you are enjoying this video. And if you are, please give it a like and make sure you subscribe so I can share more videos just like this with you. Moving on to number 2, and this might surprise people, it is Medellin in Colombia. This was our last destination when we traveled around Colombia, and it was our favorite by far. It had an awesome digital nomad community. The gyms were really, really good. There's lots of activities to do. The city is happening. That place goes off. Actually, we did a venture up to the favelas, and there was like nightclubs and food and all of this stuff going on. It was a really, really cool city to be a part of. One interesting thing about Medellin is they call it the city of eternal spring, and that's because the temperature sits between like 20 to 25 degrees all year round, which is perfect if you're traveling and working. In terms of cost of living, you can comfortably live under $1,000 per month. In fact, you could probably live for $700 to about $900 per month if you wanted to. When you rent a place, you're going to be paying anywhere between $400 to $600 for a 1 bedroom apartment. Eating out is going to cost you about $4 to $8 per meal, and you can get street food like empanadas and stuff for $1 to $3 per meal. The groceries are only going to run you up about $150 to maybe $250 for the month. One thing about Medellin is there's a lot of digital nomads here, which was surprising to Abby and I. And that means that they've got a bunch of those co-working spaces like WeWork or Selena, which have everything you need, absolutely everything you need, and super fast internet. So if you're going to utilize those spaces, they're going to run you up about $60 to $150 per month. Some people might be concerned with the safety when coming to work in Colombia, and this is kind of fair. It is a little bit more dangerous than other places to work. Nevertheless, if you stick to the places where digital nomads are, and I'll put a list up here of those areas that we stayed and felt safe in, they are really safe, and you can kind of walk around without any worries here. Number 3 is Tirana, Albania, and some are saying this is the cheapest country in the whole of Europe, and I Tend to agree. We traveled around Europe for quite a bit this year, and Albania was definitely exceptionally cheap. You could easily live under $1,000 a month here. In fact, you could probably live between $600 to $900 per month. In terms of accommodation, you're looking at spending $350 to $500 for a one bedroom in the middle of the city, and everything is kind of walking distance, so you probably don't even need to get transportation around. But if you do, then the taxis are really cheap, maybe $1 to $5 per trip, and then you can catch public transport, and buses are like 50 cents or less per trip, so extremely affordable. In terms of food, going out for dinner, you're looking at paying around $6 to $10 per meal. You can go shopping and you're looking to spend maybe $150 to $250 for the month. If you stick to buying local groceries, you can really save a lot of money because the fruit and vegetables that are in season are really low price and the meat is quite affordable. One thing I'd say is the digital nomad community, or even the expats moving to Tirana, Albania, is growing. There's no doubt about it. People are catching on to the fact that this European country is quite cheap, meaning that you can stay there and then go for some day trips or weekend trips if you would like, but you can stay there for quite a bargain. Also, the fact that Tirana is really like hip hop happening. There's lots of stuff going on there. We had so much fun. The food's incredible. The people are very nice and very friendly, helpful. And it's got a really cool coffee culture, which we were really pumped about. Now we're going to move on to one very special place, and this place is Chiang Mai in Thailand. It's not on the beach in Thailand, but man, this city has a lot to offer. It is such a buzzing city for digital nomads. There is such a big community of them there. And in fact, when we were there, we worked and stayed in this apartment building that was full of digital nomads. It had a massive pool, huge. I think it would have been 150 meter long pool on the rooftop. It was really cool. And that apartment had a business center in there as well, steam room, sauna and gym. So this place is literally made for us. One thing that's interesting about Chiang Mai is it's still really got an awesome, authentic local feel, and it won't feel very touristy when you're there. You'll have all the amenities that you want at your doorstep. In fact, food delivery is so quick and the food is exceptional. While you're there, you have to try some of my favorite dishes. One of them is khao soi, which is like chicken noodle curry soup, and it is phenomenal. And then this other one, clay pot pork belly, and man, I could eat that absolutely every day. But there's so much good food here in Chiang Mai. You can get Western food as well, or food from all over the world, and it is going to be exceptional. You can comfortably live in Chiang Mai for $600 to $800 a month, so definitely under that $1,000 threshold. For street food, you'll be paying $1 to $3 per meal. For a meal at a restaurant, you'll be paying only like $3 to $6, and even if you go to like a 5-star, you probably only pay like $10 to $15 maximum per meal. For groceries, you're still going to pay around $150 to $250 for a month. That's similar to most places that I've mentioned before. One thing though that's extremely cheap is the transport. You can hop on the back of someone's scooter. It's going to cost you only like $1 to $2 to get pretty much anywhere, which is wild. And then I'd recommend, if you got a scooter or motorbike license, to get one of them, because that's going to cost you only like $50 to $100 for the whole month, and then you can go wherever you want, do little day trips. So the pros of this place is it's extremely affordable. There is cool things to do. So because you're in Chiang Mai, you can go into the mountains and you can do a bit of hiking. There's cute places to stay as well. We stayed at the Cloud Hotel, which was awesome fun. There's also, like I said, a big digital nomad community. So lots of community events happening, lots of places to network. There are co-working spaces that you can go to. And of course, you have the culture in Thailand. So something you can enjoy every single day. And I think I forgot to mention, but for accommodation in those apartment buildings, you can look between $300 to $450 for a whole month. And then if you did want to join any of those co-working spaces, you're looking at around $50 to $100 per month. Now we're moving on to the final destination, and a lot of you might have guessed it, it is Bali. And Bali, although has been a digital nomad hub for quite a long time, it is still very, very affordable. And in fact, places like Canggu and Uluwatu, you can still find quite affordable accommodation as long as you just go a little bit out. So for example, if you go to Canggu and step outside to places like Perennian or a little bit further, then you're going to find accommodation for $300 to $600 per month for a 1 bedroom. That's super affordable. Not to mention that when you're there, if you eat at a local warung, they're only going to cost you about $2 to $5, and groceries is around that similar price, $150 to $250 a month. When you're looking at co-working spaces, they are going to be a little bit more expensive here, maybe $50 to $150 per month, but you're going to get some really high quality stuff, especially in Canggu and Uluwatu. They have some epic co-working spaces. Plus, my favorite thing about these places is the gyms. The gyms are incredible. They're on the next level, and most of these have co-working spots inside the gyms. So I would go and check out those. Keep in mind though, these can be quite expensive. But if you prioritize your fitness and prioritize, networking and everything, it's sort of a two birds, one stone situation, because those places are the best places to meet people. One of the places that we loved the most was in Uluwatu, and I'll put the name up here, but they've got a cafe out the front, and we went and did classes there and then just hung out with people afterwards, and everyone's sort of on the same level as you. The pros of going to Bali is you're going to get great networking. It has all of your amenities there. The food is incredible. The accommodation is incredible and affordable when you step a little bit outside. But the negatives are that if you go to Canggu or Uluwatu during peak season, even some of the other places, it is extremely busy. Even Ubud is extremely busy. So if you're considering going and you don't want all of this busyness, you don't want all the traffic, I would consider looking at different places, maybe Nusa Lembongan or even Lombok. There's a fair few other areas that you can go to that are up and coming that don't have nearly as many people. And also one more pro is you can surf in Bali, obviously. It has some of the world's best surf. To wrap up this video, and what I would say from mine and Abby's experience is that if you were becoming a digital nomad for the first time, I would choose somewhere easy to move to begin with. And the best and most easy places to move to are in Asia. So looking at Indonesia and Thailand. The reason why is all the amenities are there. It's extremely cheap. It's very easy to get things done. And they have really easy policies in terms of nomads living there and working. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video useful, and like I said again, please like and subscribe. It helps us make more videos just like this, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.